Morning, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting day in mathematics. Whoop, whoop. Warm-up 79 should come up on the screen. Oh, there it is. Also, come grab a handout. The warm-up is in there. So like that, we save some time. We have a lot to cover. It's right here. Hey, let's go. Oh. What?
I like being in the middle.
All right, should be just about done. Okay. So, I gave you the handout because we need all the time in the world. We have a bunch of stuff to cover. Yes. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to leave that as practice for you. Double check with your neighbor first. Show them what you got so far before we move on. Look at the warm-up. What did your neighbor do? Make sure they have something similar to yours. All right. So, for number one, the correct answer was x equals plus minus 5i. Hands if you got that. That is correct. Number two, the cubic looks like this. Yes? And then you move it, it's 1, 1, negative 6, and k is 2. So you move it 6 to the left and 2 up. So you end up somewhere over here. Yes? Hands if you got something like that. All right. Number 3, by completing the square. Let me go over that one because you will need that for today's sesh. That's why I gave you guys last night's home play, completing the square, some practice. Here it goes. Set it equal to 0. From there, divide by the leading coefficient. X squared plus 8x plus 20 equal to 0, minus 20. X squared plus 8x, empty space, equals negative 20. Add 8 over 2 squared to each side. We end up with x squared plus 8x plus 16 equals negative 20 plus 16. This becomes negative 4 equals to x squared plus 8x plus 16. From there, square root, sign of the middle, equal to negative 4, or x plus 4 squared equals to negative 4. So far so good, yeah? Square root, we end up with x plus 4 equals to plus minus square root of negative 4. But wait a minute, Mr. Q. I can actually find that. So, let me write it underneath. X plus 4 equals plus minus 2i. Go! Let's go, Caitlin. And at the end, minus 4, x equals negative 4 plus minus 2i. So, your two equations are x sub 1, negative 4 plus 2i, and x sub 2 is negative 4 minus 2i. And last night the question was, are those real solutions? Tell your neighbor, are they real solutions? No. These are non-real solutions. And why are they non-real, Mr. Q? Well, first and foremost, you're going home? What? Okay. All right. Ask Jill tomorrow where you sit because we're going to move right now. All right. Where was I? Oh, yeah, the home plate. It has non-real solutions. Now, here, obviously, because they have what? Eyes. However, look up. Let's say you didn't get to that part. Look up. And you stopped here. Tell your neighbor why we know that they are non-real solutions. Tell your neighbor why. Why, Julissa? Because of the negative inside of the square roots. That is correct. Anytime you get to the negative portion right there, you might as well stop and just write non-real solutions. All right? And last but not least, this one, I'll let you do that by yourself, but they're asking for the capacitor. Here we have 7 because of 4 and 3, and multiply that times that. All right? So with that said, let's get yourself, get out the way. All right, say out to your neighbors for February. And copy the agenda, please. Warm-up 79 is done. Today we're moving on to circles. And tonight's home plate circles play sheet, numbers 1 through 9 only. You're like, oh, snap. But yeah, oh, snap is right. So if you're absent, once again, go to YouTube and watch the video lesson. I know, bah. And once again, we're going to try the electronic devices one more time to make sure we are on task with Nearpod and interacting. However, I do see some of you, what you're doing, so let's try and stay focused. Because with some of my seniors, I actually were doing a tech fast. So earlier I had some of them, they were like twitching in their seat. They didn't know how to write with a pencil and stuff. I was like, come on. Yeah, because not you guys, but some students were, when I was instructing, they were elsewhere playing games or doing, I don't know what, like coding. I'm like, really? What? So, anyways, y'all ready? All right, here we go. So, we got the agenda. Copy the code to access the play sheet for tonight. RZ2QK. 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 All right? And once again, we already know the home plate for tonight. So, in front of you, I gave you a handout. So, write your objective at the bottom left. And it reads, I can write and graph a standard form equation of a circle. I can write and graph a standard form equation of a circle. I can write and graph a standard form equation of a circle. Now, the reason I gave you that handout so we can go a little bit faster in regards to some of the notes at the beginning, because I want to get to the portion where it's really fun. I wonder, sometimes I wonder, this is my wonder, I wonder if parents, or not parents, because, yeah, maybe parents, or even other schools, they use my YouTube channel for some of the lessons. So I wonder if they hear me laughing in there. You know what I'm saying? They're probably like, what in the world? Yes! Y'all ready? All right, here we go. So what is our main concept? Circle. So here it goes. Definition. A circle is a set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from a given point called the center of the circle. Is that in your notes? Yes? Okay. So the reason I highlighted set of all points equidistant from in green because that's what makes the circle, equidistant. So think about the word equidistant. Tell your neighbor what that sounds like, equidistant. What does that sound like? What do you think equidistant means? Yeah, equally distant from what? From the center. So this is how it goes. Look up. I put some animation here. Here's my circle. That is a set of a bunch of points that are the same distance away from what? From the center. Now, some of you have seen this before. I think you covered this in 4th grade or something like that, 5th grade, right? All right. So sketch this right there on your little space. You have space in there. Sketch your circle. Label the center. And let's label some other stuff that we know. What else do we know? Well, the radius is from the center to the circumference or to the circle. What else are we missing? We're missing one more, aren't we? Looks like Caitlin's got it. One more. What's missing? Elijah, what do you remember from 5th grade, 4th grade? Here's the radius, yes, very good. No. Jesus, diameter, label that please. A line going completely across from one side to the other through the center. So label that. So, is that pretty straightforward? Yes. But I just want to emphasize that the circle is made up of a bunch of points that are what? From the center. Equal distant or equidistant. Yes? All right. So, non-examples. All right. Jesus, give us one. Rectangle. Pass them one. Triangle. Pass them one. A what? Oval. And you get the picture, right? You guys get the picture? No? Never mind. Hashtag, what makes a circle, everyone? Hashtag, what would be the key word? Round? Wow. Equidistant. Equidistant points. That is correct. What else is needed? Hashtag center. It has a center. All right, we good? All right, send me a picture of your fair model to make sure you have the notes. All right. In the back of that paper, I want you to write at the top, standard form equation of a circle. Write that down. Parentheses x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And that fits in the back of it, yeah. At the top, yep. Should be on your screen as well. All right. So we're going to be using this form, and we can actually use this form as well to do transformations. But let's label stuff. In blue, point to the R and tell your neighbor what R stands for. R stands for what, everyone? Radius. That is correct. Next to it over here in red, I want you to write the word center and open a parenthesis. Are we there? So, look up. Whenever we end up with an equation like this, and you have an x, you have a y, but inside of the x and inside of the y you have an h and a k, well, guess what? That is what makes the center. The center. The center is made up of h and k. All right? Everybody got that already? All right, so let's get started. Here we go. Copy this one, please. Example 1. Write it on your paper underneath where you wrote the form. Example 1 says, write the equation of the circle with center C, -3, 2, and radius 4. This is going to go pretty fast, so stay with me, please. Let's write it first. We're going to do this one together really quick, because I want us to get to the funner ones. Yes. Like last night, some of you had like fun with those fractions, right? And some of those. They're like, Mr. Q, Chat GPT, let's go. Wow. Oh, my bad. You guys don't use that. All right, first things first. Whenever you get to one of these, write your standard form. Look up. We start with parentheses, x minus h squared. Write it out, please. Plus y minus k squared equals r squared. That is step 1. Step 2, label the information that they give us. What do they give us? Center, -3, 2. So this one is our h, and this one is our k. What else do they give us? The radius, r is 4. So that's step 2. Step 3, substitute values into the equation. So we're going to write x minus blank squared plus y minus blank squared equals parentheses squared. All right, so let's substitute values. What is h, everyone? H is -3. What is k? K is 2. And what is r? R is 4. And lastly, simplify. Here we go. Let's rewrite this. X, what is negative times -3? +3 squared plus, this one stays the same, y minus 2 squared equals, what is 4 times 4 squared? That's 16. And this is our standard, label it, standard form, and this is specifically for the circle, Some of your notes, I want to see what you did. Bless you. All right, from 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with this so far? Pretty straightforward, yes? Just substituting values. All right, so let me give you one for you to do by yourself. Here it is. Copy this one. If you want to copy it right next to the one you just did. This was an example. This is example 1Q. You don't have to copy all the words. Just copy the center 5, -3, and the radius 2, and write me the standard form equation. So example 1Q reads, write the equation of the circle with center 5, -3, and the radius 2. Copy and go. All right, send it in. All right, give me the standard form of that. Let's see. Standard form. Who went last? Caitlin? Yeah? No? Or was it Jesus? Elijah? No? Then I'll pick someone. How about Mariah? Standard form, go. Parentheses. Hands if you got that. That is correct. Mariah from the corner. All right, so from 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with these? 5, yes? All right. Shall we crank it up a little bit? Yeah, let's go. Copy this one, example 2. Write the entire problem, please. You can have it as an example. It says, write the equation of the circle with center C, -4, -3, and containing the points or the point 2, 5. Just copy it. Here it goes. Let's do this one together. We always start with the standard form equation, yes? So x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Step 1. Step 2. Label what they give us. What do they give us? Well, they give us the center, Mr. Q. This is h. This is k. However, in this case, they don't give us a radius. But what do they give us? A point. What does the point have? 2 values, an x and a y. So now that we have those values, actually let me change those to green. Sorry, because I've been using blue for the radius. There it is. And now what we know what to substitute into the equation, yes? So put the negative in between. Don't forget the negative in between. So what is, first of all, I'm going to substitute the center. H is -4. H is -4. K is -3. K is -3. Then we got X is 2. X is 2. And Y is 5. Are we there so far? Okay. So let's simplify. Parentheses. We got 2. Negative times the negative is a +4. Plus 5. Negative times the negative is a +3. Equals r squared. So what is 2 plus 4? That's 6 squared. 5 plus 3, that's 8 squared. And that is equal to r squared. Are we doing so far? Yes? So what is 6 squared? 36. What is 8 squared? 64, and all that equal to r squared. So this is 100 equals r squared. But we need to solve for r. Tell your neighbor what to do at the end to solve for r. What do? Square roots. That is correct. Square root cancels that. So I'm not going to do plus minus on this one. I'm just going to keep it as a positive. So this is 10 equals r. Now, are we done? No! It says, write the equation of the circle in standard form. What did we need for the circle? For the equation, we need the center, and we need a what? The radius. So over here on the side, again, we start with x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And then x minus y minus parentheses squared So, substitute values. We already know that h is negative 4, k is negative 3, and r is 10. Let's simplify. Here we go. X, negative times the negative is a positive 4 squared, plus y, negative times the negative is a positive 3 squared. And what is 10 squared? That's 100. This is our standard form equation. So before I ask you to send me your notes, let's go over the notes really quick. Look up. They gave us a center and they gave us a point. What was missing? The radius, Mr. Q. Okay, but we started the same way. We started our standard form, labeled the stuff, substitute values, and then we ended up simplifying and solving for r. Since now we have r and we have the center, we rewrite our form, substitute values, simplify, and the end. Yes? All right, send me your notes, please. All right. Ashley, you need one of these. All right. So, from 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with this second one? 4, 5, 4, 5. We got this, right? All right. So let's see if you can do one completely by yourself. Here it goes. Example 2Q. Write the equation of the circle with center negative 1, negative 2, and containing the point 3, 4. So I'll give you some time. Do that one by yourself. Copy and go. All right, let's see. As you're working on that, I'm going to get it started. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals to r squared. So from there we label. This is our h, this is our k, this is our x, this is our y. Yes? So from there we got parentheses minus squared plus parentheses minus squared equals r squared. So we got negative 1, negative 2, and then we got 3 and 4. So that gives us 3 plus 1 squared, 4 plus 2 squared equals r squared. Woo! Then we end up with 4 squared plus 6 squared equals r squared. So far so good, yes? What is 4 squared? 16. 36 equals r squared. 16 plus 36 is 52 equals r squared. So, what do we do at the end? Square root, yes? So, square root of 52 is equal to r. And we can leave it like that for right now. This is what we covered with the quadratics the other day. And all we do is substitute values. So here we go. Parentheses x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. X minus y minus equals parentheses squared. I believe. Woo! Right? I'm telling you that's the jam right there. It reminds me of a basketball player, I don't know why. Equals 2 square root of 52. So, let's simplify this. X plus 1 squared plus y plus 2 squared. Now check this out, look up. What does this square do to this square root? It cancels it. That is correct, and that leaves us with 52. Hands if you got that by yourself. Of course, yeah, we got this. All right, send me your notes, please. So, example 1 and 1Q were 5s. Example 2 and 2Q are what? 5 and 4s, yes? All right, so we're good with those parts of the home plate. Ready for the third part, yes? And today is actually be almost like exactly what we did in class is going to be exactly on that play sheet. However, we are going to crank it up a bit, so. And you might need a brand new paper. Start a brand new paper, please. Example 3. And it reads, write the equation of the circle, then graph the given, then graph. Given x squared plus y squared minus 10x plus 6y plus 30 equals 0. Love it. All right? All right, so with that said, who notices this is a little bit different from what the ones we just did, right? All right, so let me pause the music in the background. Eyes up here, pencils down. Writing pencils down, please. All right, so at the end, they want us to write an equation in standard form, is that correct? But then they want us to graph it. So what does the standard form equation look like? Well, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals to r squared. It needs to look like this, is that correct? But right now it doesn't. Well, guess what? I didn't give you guys plenty of practice, muscle memory, to get this one done. Y'all ready? All right, here we go. Let me zoom in. The process is called completing the square. Okay? But don't mind that we have two different variables. Just follow along. Ready? Here it goes. Look up. What is step 1 of completing the square, everyone? Make sure it's in what? Standard form equal to what? 0. It is. Okay? Step 2. What is step 2 of completing the square, everyone? Dividing by the leading coefficient. What's the leading coefficient? 1. So let's do that. Do that yourself, please. And that leaves us with, now check this out. After this step, we're going to keep the x's with the x's and the y's with the y's like this. Watch. X squared minus 10x, leave an empty space, close parentheses, plus, open parentheses, y squared plus 6y, empty space, close parentheses, plus 30 equal to 0. So hopefully that helps you guys with the process. Ready? Here we go. After we divide it by 1, what would be our next step, guys? In completing the square. Get rid of the constant. What is my constant? 30. So we subtract 30, subtract 30. That leaves us with x squared minus 10x, empty space, plus y squared plus 6y, empty space, all that equal to negative 30. Next, how do I complete the square here? Tell your neighbor, what do I write here to complete the square for this part? Caesar! What do I write? Negative 10 divided by 2 squared. And we do that to the other side as well. But now we have another complete square here. So what do I write? Six divided by 2 squared to both sides. 6 divided by 2 squared to both sides. All right, so that brings us to here. We got x squared minus 10x plus, what is negative 10 divided by 2? Negative 5 squared, 25, plus y squared plus 6y plus, 6 divided by 2 is 3, 3 squared is 9, and all that equal to negative 30 plus 25 plus 9. How are we doing? Can we simplify the right side? Yeah, what is 9 plus 25? 34 minus 30? 4. X squared minus 10x plus 25 plus y squared plus 6y plus 9. Are we done with the completing the square? No, Mr. Q. Hold on, let me move this up a little bit. Hold on. No, we need to factor, is that correct? So, square root of the first, square root of the last, sine of the middle, squared, plus square root of the first, square root of the last, sine of the middle, squared, and all that equal to 4. Question, does this look like a standard form equation? Let's check. X minus h squared, y minus k squared equals r squared. Okay, hold on. Before we finish, look up. We need a center and a radius to graph that. So, look at it. What is my h, everyone? 5, yes? What is my k? Hold on, before we leave. What is my k? Negative 3. And what is my r? Well, this is 4, but that's r squared. How do I find r? Hold on. How do I find r? Square root, so my radius is 2. So now wait. Last part, here we go. Promise. I'm going to graph this. My center is at 5, negative 3, yes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So there's my center, yes? What is my radius? 2, that means 2 steps in all directions. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you sketch your circle. Have a good one, everyone. Enjoy your home plate. You're going to have about 3 of these in the home plate, so make sure you have your code. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.